Hello, Alex Mackay here from the southeast of the UK. I've put this video together to help anybody who's thinking about starting an online business and put together 5 tips which I think are very important for your consideration. And these are areas which I've gone wrong in the past, and by putting them together I hope you can avoid some of the mistakes that I have made. Now the first one, which is probably the most obvious one, is I would recommend selling a product that you have a natural interest in, something that you feel, you've got to be convinced that what you're selling is the right thing. And not only that, the company has to be offering you a pay structure that is feasible. Earning very little money, think how many times you've got to sell. Or likewise, if you're selling a product and it's got a very, very high value, possibly you're not going to sell it that many times. You might find that very, very difficult. So work out that balance. The next thing, if you're working online, there's a very good chance you'll be enrolled by someone or sponsored by someone. And I think it's very important to make sure you can work with that person. There's got to be a feeling between the two of you. And the other point I would raise is I would consider strongly using somebody who's in the same time zone as you. In the past I have dealt with a company which was abroad, and the sponsor was always asleep whilst I was awake, and vice versa. Moving on to the next idea that is important is a commitment. You might feel that as it's an online business, and it might not even be costing you very much to get involved. Nonetheless, it is a business and it won't succeed unless you can commit to it. I mean, after all, if you were to buy an offline business or a shop or something, you would be working at it probably 10 hours a day and give it at least a year. I mean, bankers say it could be 3 years before you break even. So bear in mind that even an online business that might cost you, $100, $200, whatever it might be, it deserves time, and it's not going to bear you fruit unless you put that work in. So be prepared for a little bit of work. Next, understanding your goals and ambitions. This is a very overlooked one. People just think, oh, I want to earn money. Well, actually, you've got to think, why do you want to earn money? For most people, it would be for their loved ones, family, or other people. It might be because they've got a cause that's very close to your heart. But you need to have a reason for getting out of bed and a reason that motivates you. So, that's a good thing to question and ask yourself really, why are you doing it? And writing it on a piece of paper and reading it regularly really does reinforce that reason. Now, working on the internet, this is my last tip, is a huge distraction. If you're involved in any opportunity, you'll be bombarded with other opportunities. What I would recommend is you stay focused. You ignore a lot of the other advertisements that are going around you. If you go onto Facebook, you've got this, that and the other popping up. It's very, very difficult. And what I would say to focus your time is put aside maybe half an hour a day for learning and 1.5 hours for putting into practice what you've learned. Something in that sort of proportion. But yeah, distraction on the internet is huge. Be warned, because you'll come across that one. Anyway, I hope those quick tips were useful to you. As usual, any questions, or you want to give me a ring, or you'd like to know more about the opportunities that I'm involved with, please give me a call. And in the meanwhile, I thank you for your time. Thank you.